Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Hello, Farhana, Amy, Saifullah, Al Balawi, Suleiman. Welcome, everyone, to my Tuesday morning's live stream about IELTS exam. Excuse me. Oh. So, this class is mostly designed and developed for the students who are preparing for the IELTS exam, and also the students who couldn't achieve their required score. So I believe that joining this class and practicing for a time, over a period of time, will help the person to develop their confidence and their capability. Hello, Khalid. Welcome. Hello, Saifullah. I'm quite good, guys. Thank you very much for the question. How about you guys? So once again, dear viewers, it's Tuesday morning here in the UK, and our local time is 6:33 a.m. And this class is about IELTS exam, mostly focusing speaking and writing sessions. All right. So if you're interested, you can join from the link I have provided. Hello, Nizar. Welcome. Hello, Krish. Welcome. Khalid from Saudi Arabia. Welcome. Saifullah from Uzbekistan. Niger from Saudi Arabia. Welcome. Hello to Salan. It's really my pleasure to see all the lovely people and new people who have joined from the um, different parts of the world. So someone has joined. Let me see who else is. Is it Prince? And Preeti as well. Okay. So if you're interested, once again, you need to participate by subscribing to this class. Will help you to read the comments and make your own comments. But when you participate here, when you hop on here, that will help you more by building up your confidence, by developing your communication skill, as well as your own confidence. Bear in mind that few things are obviously needed for IELTS exam, and remember that this exam is not intended for each and every person. As you know, people who like to study in the English speaking countries or would like to migrate there, this exam is needed for them. Not everyone has to sit for the exam. Not everyone has to go through this exam, I should say. yesterday I explained the different techs of speaking. In IELTS speaking task, there are three tasks. Task one, you'll have 4 to 5 minutes conversation with the examiner, and mostly the topics are work, family, home life, personal interests. Task 2 is the cue card where you'll be given a topic and you have to speak at least 2 minutes. But before the speaking, you'll be given 1 minute to take notes on the topic, and you have to describe all the information that you have been asked on the topic. And when it's over, you'll be going to the task 3 or speaking task part 3. You'll have conversation with the IELTS examiner around the topic given in part 2 and discussing it more detail. Part 3 should take approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Here is the biggest and challenging part of speaking is that most of the cases our learners really become nervous, and they don't know sometimes what to speak because they are nervous and sometimes they are frightened. Okay, so guys, it is really important for you to build up your confidence and not to be nervous. Don't be nervous on the day of the exam. Stay cool, listen to all the questions and try to answer them. Each question has a pattern and each question has a grammar rule. Okay, follow the pattern and grammar rule to answer it. Hello Subhajit, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. So this is the first and important matter. Secondly, if you do not understand a question, then you must ask the examiner. Do not guess. Do not make any assumption about any questions at all. In IELTS exam, it is very important to answer it according to the questions. And also do not be limited to answer or do not be limited to few words. For instance, if you have been asked, do you have hobbies? If so, what are they? Now, if you say, yeah, I have hobbies, then you're not saying anything. That means you're not answering the questions elaborately. Okay, Shivajit says, I need a suggestion. How may I help you, Shivajit? You got exam on the 7th August. How can I achieve? It will be difficult for you, as I can see, because from your writing, I can understand that your writing is not that much up to standard. So it will affect on your writing. When people write something incorrectly, and possibly they'll say the same thing in speaking. In order to get good scores in IELTS exam, uh, you must practice a lot. You must have good knowledge about vocabs, grammatical structure, and grammar rules, and using them correctly. And also, you must use wider ranges of grammar, not only one rule. And also, you must know how to you create compound sentences while you're writing as well as speaking. Creating compound sentences or speaking in a compound sentence will really bring you higher score than any other candidate. So Subhajit, the sentence that you have wrote is it means that in past tense you got an exam on 7th August, so which is really not a correct sentence. Please remember, when you write something, it must be meaningful, logical, sensible, and grammatically correct. Otherwise, it will block the message. So that is what happened to your sentence. Get, got, got. If you write past tense of got, that means it will explain something that happened in the past, like yesterday, last week, maybe last month, or maybe last year, or maybe sometimes in the past. So you need to be careful about writing this, okay? And as I said, 7 is really very high standard score. 7.5 is the most high standard score in abroad, and most of the English speaking countries, they offer you scholarship. You have got score 7.5 in IELTS exam academic, and if you have got good scores in previous academic performance. Okay, so if you've got exam on the 7th, practice today a lot. Practice with different types of topics and know how to, as I said, use conditional sentences, because in IELTS part 3, there is a conditional sentence they will ask. And there is another question that will be asked based on present tense, past tense, and future tense. Okay, you're very welcome, Subhajit. Hello, Kujasta, welcome. Okay, however, I'm going to give you some tips and techniques. All right, so in part 3, as I said, approximately 4 to 5 minutes. Please bear in mind that for every question of part 1 and part 3, do not explain more than 30 to 40 seconds, which means that when you're explaining or when you're answering, only answer the main and important information. No, unrelated information, no unnecessary information, no irrelevant information. Okay. Khalid says, Mr. Rahat, I hope you are doing good. I have a question. What is the most important tech in IELTS exam? Did you mean technique? Please write in full, otherwise it will be difficult for me to understand. Should I be aware of it, and how can I pass this exam effortlessly and easily? Khalid, the answer is that there is no easy way. Okay, and please remember, there is no pass or fail in IELTS exam. IELTS exam is an exam that shows your level of English. So it is the requirement for most of the universities in English speaking countries from the USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and some European countries. It depends on which level you are going for your higher studies, or in which country you're trying to migrate. Okay, as I said, there is no pass or fail. Now you need to know which band score is required for you to get the opportunity to study or to migrate in that country. And after that, you need to study well. The more you practice, the more you do the exercises, it will help you develop and grow your confidence level. And in order to do that, you have to find out a speaking partner. If you are interested to develop your speaking, if you are interested to develop your writing, you must write it and get it checked by a qualified person. It could be teacher, it could be another student who is good at grammar. And for speaking, likewise, you need to get it assessed by a teacher or a qualified person. And for reading and listening, you need to read a lot. You need to have good knowledge of wider range of vocabs. You need to be faster reader and understand all the message of a paragraph or comprehension. For listening, you need to follow mostly the British IPA, British English, or the Australian English. And it's a matter of practice once again. It is found that the people who practice about this exam are more successful and they get good scores, I should say better scores comparing other students. And as there is no easy way, okay, that's the answer. Thank you very much for the questions, Khalid. So basically what happens when you answer questions, all your answers, especially speaking parts, are recorded in an audio device so that it's a proof that you have set for the exam. And in case if you go for appeal that you're not happy with the score, then they can send this audio file to a second examiner. And if the difference is more than one, then they make the average of both of the scores and they give you the new score. But if the average is less than one, then they don't make any changes of the score. It remains same. So these are techniques we explained yesterday, and these are the common topics for speaking: tourism and travel, education, transport, environment, family life, sport and recreation, crime and punishment, the internet, advertising and retail. Okay, so after that, uh, these are the important parts: grammar, clarity, accuracy, self corrections, speaking loudly, do not speak too fast or too slow, maintain the 3 to 5 seconds gap, be confident and positive, and don't be nervous. Do not be repetitive, do not use crutch words. Do you know what are crutch words? Crutch words are those when you use most often or frequently in your speaking. Um, some of the examples are actually like a, you know, you know, you know what, well, yes, no, etc. What it means that you're repeating the same word every 3 to 4 seconds, which might be annoying to the examiner and many other listeners. I'm sure you can avoid it. If you avoid it, your conversation would be amazing and fabulous. Then use different kinds of vocab. When you're giving example, make it personal, make it interesting, stick to the point. Only talk about the topic that you have been asked. Talk as much as you can. Always make sure to talk as much as possible. Speak naturally, follow the pronunciation techniques and use correct intonation. Speak articulately. Use correct context, collocation, connotation, and sub number point 17 is use compound and complex sentences wherever possible. Though sometimes it is not possible to create compound or complex sentences, but if possible, just use it or write it in a writing section. Okay, so some of the sample question of task 1 is very common, like they will ask, what's your name? Always use the first name and last name, or surname or family name. If you have a nickname or pet name, you can use it. And they ask, where are you coming from? Where were you born? You can say about the city and the country's name. All right. Then sometimes they ask this question, why are you taking the test? then elaborate it. Okay. So welcome everyone to my IELTS speaking and writing sessions B1. So if you've got any questions or comments, please write in the comment section, or if you're interested to join me from this link. Possibly you might be eligible to get 2 free lessons. You never know. Okay. Please bear in mind that by practicing with a qualified person or teacher will help you develop your communication skill. The more you speak, the more you'll be confident, your fluency would be increasing. Okay, so uh, I gave some examples, like sometimes some words are noun and sometimes they're verb, or sometimes they're noun or adjective or verb. But there is always a distinct differentiation of the pronunciation. For example, look at this word dove, dove, noun, but dove, verb. So dove is the past tense of dive. Likewise, the word address. Hey, what's your address, please? Noun or adjective? An address. This is a simple example for you, for your understanding. Is verb, which means call or present a lecture or present any communication. So remember, whenever you read a word and know a new word, try to know the meaning, which is content or context, and what kind of participes, and after that try to make sentences with first person, which is I or we, at least 3 sentences. I say these things almost every lifetime. One positive, one negative, and one interrogative. So from one word, you can write 3 sentences with I. And now you choose the second person and third person, and so on. Okay. Anjali is here. Hello, Anjali. Welcome.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. How about you?
I'm fantastic as usual. Thank you. So, what do you like to practice today? Speaking.
Yes, sir.
By the way, I forgot. Are you also preparing for the IELTS exam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Um,
what is the reason for it?
yes, sir.
Why are you taking the IELTS exam? That's my question.
Oh, for for abroad study, for going out for
Which
study,
which country are you planning to go?
Australia.
Okay. And which level? Is it undergraduate or graduate level?
Yes, graduates. I complete my graduation.
So, which level are you planning to go? A baby is crying.
Yeah, my sister.
All right.
Daughter.
All right. So, do you know how much score is needed?
Yes, sir. I think 5.5.
5.5 is very low score, though. That's great.
Low score. Yeah.
Okay, so did you ever sit for the mock test or sample test of IELTS exam?
No, sir. I'm just joining now.
Okay, so if you want to study in Australia, you have to sit for IELTS academic,
Yes, sir.
and there are four parts of the exam: listening, then reading, then writing, and the last part is speaking. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and listening part,
Yes.
uh, an audio will be played just once, and the
Yes.
audio conversations would be, and the accent would be based in the British English or Australian English.
Yes, sir.
And there would be 30 minutes time. You'll choose the answer, and after 30 minutes you'll be given extra 10 minutes to transfer your answer to
Okay.
the answer sheet.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and when it's over, you'll be going to the reading section. It's a bit noisy, your background.
Airplane. Airplane sound.
Okay. Hello, Misa, welcome. Misa says, I want to learn English. If you want to learn English, you have to speak English, you have to write English, you have to listen to English audio, audios or movies. Okay, so what happened in reading section, there would be 1 hour and
Yes, sir.
there would be 40 questions. Sometimes people said that reading part is very hard. Some people said that writing, it depends on you. So in order to be good reader, you have to read every day, different kinds of topics. I will suggest you,
Yes,
there are many websites that offer free sample questions. Go to this kind of website and see the sample question, how it looks like. Okay. And
sir.
yes, go on.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh, I think network problem. I didn't hear.
I said from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
internet, there are many websites that offer free sample tests or question
Yes,
for the
sir.
IELTS exam. It will be better for you if you have a look those questions and sit for it, how it goes. Then you'll
Okay.
understand the reality of IELTS exam. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. I was explaining for reading part, you have to read different kinds of topics, and you need to know wider ranges of vocab. Though it is expected that candidates may not know all the new words, but still from the sentence or sentences you can guess the meaning. All right,
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
you should be good reader, and you have to understand it. I'm going to demonstrate a reading in a moment. After reading is finished, you go for writing. And IELTS academic writing, there are two tasks. Task one, you'll be given 20 minutes to write and or develop a paragraph from a chart. It could be a pie chart, graph chart, or bar chart, or a process diagram photo. And after that, you'll be given 40 minutes to develop and write an essay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
Yes,
in
sir.
task one, you have to write at least 150 words, and in task two, you have to write at least 250 words. Now, their writings have some qualities and some guidelines, like you have to write introduction, body, and conclusions. Introduction is nothing but
Yes.
paraphrasing the topic, and in body part, you'll bring 2 to 3 ideas, In conclusion, you can always
Yeah.
add your suggestions or recommendation or your observation. When this is
Yes, sir.
over, then you go for the last part, which is speaking. In some countries, the speaking test takes place on the same day, but in some countries, in a different day. So in speaking, there are three tasks: task one, task two, and task three. Task one is very easy. Like they ask question like your personal information, like your name, where are you from, what do you do, your hobbies, etc. And task two is called cue card, when you'll be given a topic in a card, and you'll be given 1 minute to think about the
Yes, sir.
topic. Then
Yes,
you have to answer the questions and develop the topic in
yes,
the
sir.
next in the few minutes. You have to speak at least 2 minutes or more.
Okay.
And when it's over, you'll be going to the task three, where there are some advanced questions, more analytical, which is related to
Yes, sir.
task two. Okay.
Okay.
And for
Yes, sir.
every IELTS exam, this certificate is valid for 2 years from the date you appear. And sometimes some students are not happy with the results. They go for appeal, and you can only suit an appeal within the 28 days of your exam date.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you like to know?
No, sir.
Great. So, can you see the screen which I've shared now?
Yes, sir.
So, this is speaking task 2 and 3 together, and speaking task 2 is called cue card.
Yes, sir. You got
Okay.
minimum 2 minutes.
So, this is a very easy topic: a house or apartment you'd like to live in. So, describe a house or apartment you would like to live in, and you should say where it is, if it is the present tense, or where it would be if you like to build in the future, what you like to do there in your house, and who you'd like to live there with, and explain why you'd like to live in this place. Any other related information.
Yes, sir.
So, uh, I can give you 1 minute, like the real life exam, then you can start speaking. And remember, I have to speak at least 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. Sir, what?
Go
Sir,
on.
what? Uh, I I'm not understanding what are you saying. Tell me.
You didn't
Can you
understand?
say? Yes, sir.
Okay, can you see the topic on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Um, so you have to describe a house or apartment
Okay.
you like to live or you live already. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so people start like this: a house is a place where people live with their families, or sometimes if you're alone by yourself. And then you have to answer that my house is in a city or in a village, and you have to tell us why you have chosen to stay there or live there. Like if it is a city, you can say because it is near to my workplace or near to my university, and there are more
Yes,
job
sir.
opportunities, more facilities of shopping, visiting many places. So
Yeah.
if you choose in a village, you can say, village life is really quieter, peaceful, and calm. There is no environmental pollution, no noise, no sounds. Some people say, I like to choose my house beside a sea beach because I like to see the sunrise. I like to go for swimming. So you have to explain
Yes.
like this. Now, next question is what would you like to do there? That means how to spend the time there. If you live by yourself, then it will be difficult for you to explain because when you're back from your work or from your university, I don't know what you do. Then you have to explain how you spend the time. You watch TV, you read newspaper, you play video games, you cook food, you wash your clothes, and you spend the time. But if you live with a family, then you can say, I like to live with my parents.
Yes, sir.
Or some people say that I like to live with my partner. Here, partner means for a boy it is wife, and for a girl it is husband. And if you live with your parents, you can obviously take care of them. You cook for them, you clean the house, etc.
Yes,
And spend time. I'm giving some
sir.
clues what you can say, and explain why you do like to live with. Then you add something more, because sometimes some people like gardening in their home. They can say, I have a swimming pool or I have a small garden where I grow different kinds of plants like tomatoes, chili, coriander, etc., vegetables. Or I've got a swimming pool where I swim with everyone. I like swimming, etc. I'm just giving you an idea what you can say. Okay, so this is the information of you are going to talk. Misa says, how can I speak English without a translator? Okay, you need to know more English words. You need to know the meaning. Then you can speak English. You need to find a speaking partner by practicing more. Are you ready to speak? You need to speak at least 2 minutes.
Okay, but I'm not sure that I could. Sir, this is for my. This is for my dear going abroad home or for my this country home.
This is a part of the IELTS exam, speaking task 2.
Yes, sir.
So
Yeah, but the question.
this is the one of the topics
Question.
that came in the past,
Yes.
okay? So there are
Yes,
many topics that we'll discuss and practice here so that you know how to present about a topic.
sir.
Okay? Any other question?
Yes, sir. No, sir. I will try, but I don't know
Don't
that
don't
I
worry.
could.
Don't worry. Try
Yes,
it. If you don't try, then you don't know. So it's better to try.
yes, sir.
By the way, I noticed that Anjali have joined on a trial basis. When did you join this session?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. So today will be your last class, because on trial basis you'll be given 2 free lessons.
Okay,
Whether
sir.
you join it or not, and after that you'll be removed
Okay,
from the
sir.
class automatically by the system. But if you want to continue,
Yes,
then you
sir.
have to subscribe to the class by your money.
Okay.
All right. Carry on speaking. Let me see.
Wait, what, sir?
Okay. Do you see the topic once again? I'm asking you.
Excuse me, sir.
Do you see the topic on the screen, computer screen?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Do you see the topic as I have explained already?
Your sound is coming error. No, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear. Sir.
Is there anyone in the comment section can confirm then they can hear us?
Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Excuse me, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you see me waving hand?
Yes, sir.
But can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
me?
I'm seeing you. You are waving your hand. Yeah.
So that is the topic. So this is the topic.
Describe a
And you should say
Yes,
those
sir.
are the hints of questions what you're going to talk about. Let me know when you're ready. We have got 17 minutes, 23 seconds. Now 22, 21.
Okay, sir.
This class is a countdown class. It starts counting down from 59 minutes, 59 seconds. And when it comes to
Okay, sir.
zero, it shuts down automatically.
Yes, sir. Sir, can I ask some question?
Yes, go on.
Sir, this is the house is my own house, or I would like to live in abroad house. That's
Anything
the
else, your
that
own
I
house, someone else's house, rented house, you bought a house, your house in your country, in house overseas, any house, but you should describe these things, whatever house you're going to live.
I'm going to live, or I'm leaving my house that I would.
Yes.
I'm being confused.
Why are you confused again? Tell me.
The house I live, or the house I will be lived in abroad country.
Not I'll be lived, it should be. You can describe both of them if you want to. The house you're living, you can describe that one, or in the future house where you'll be living, you can describe that one. You have to describe only one house, remember, not both of them. Either the house where
Okay,
you're
sir.
living or the house you'll
Yeah.
be living in the future.
Yes, sir.
Any other question?
No, sir.
Would you like to speak? Let me see how it goes.
Yes. Wait. Okay. Can I, sir?
Yes, please start speaking.
Okay. Hello. My name is Anjali Rai. I'm. Uh, I live in Dharan, the city area, where where with my parents. I chose city's house for 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 better future, for getting job faster, for comfortable life. uh, I live with my parents, so I'm the youngest children, so I'm sir, I can't what I say, so that's it. I can't can't talk.
So it will be difficult for you to get IELTS score. If you cannot speak 2 minutes, you will not
Yes, sir.
get good score at all in that case. I'm sorry to say, Anjali, because it
Yes,
seems
sir.
that you are not confident in speaking. You have to practice more. Only 1 hour
Yeah.
class with me is not enough. Okay? So my suggestion would
Yes.
be when this class would be over, when you have free time, you must study a little bit more. Go to the IELTS
Okay.
website. There are many websites that offer free classes and lessons and free questions. You
Yes,
have
sir.
you have spoken only 35 seconds. And remember, when you're speaking, you need to answer all this question on this part. If you do not do that, you will
Yeah.
get good score.
Okay.
It will be
Okay. I will
disappointing
try.
for you because that exam fees of IELTS exam is very much high. It is around
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
One time you sit for the exam, you have to pay $200 for the exam fee, US dollars.
Yes, sir.
And after that, if you don't get your score, then you'll be shocked and disappointed. So I'll suggest you do not register your exam unless and until you are confident in IELTS exam.
Okay. Okay, sir.
But I gave you already the clue what you're going to answer. Possibly you didn't listen to me carefully. Let me explain on the time what you're
Mm.
going to say. Okay?
Okay.
You don't have to tell your name when you're describing a topic. Uh,
Mm.
so why do people live in house? Tell me, Anjali.
Why do people live in house?
Yes.
People live in house for their betterment, for their family. I think they they live in house
Hmm.
mm, for their. I think for. Okay, I can't speak, sir. I need
No, no,
more
you're doing great.
practice.
You're doing great.
Okay.
My question is direct to you. Why do you live in house?
Why you live? I live in house because house is the place where we feel safe, where we can where we can share our happiness to our family. House is the place where we can live our life comfortably. Where,
Hmm.
I think that much.
Okay. Remember, I asked you, not our. You have to say why do you like to live in a house? A house is a safe and
Okay.
secure place. First of all, a place
Yes,
for your sleeping, resting, and studying, and to have good time with your family members,
sir.
right? But as I said,
Yes,
if
sir.
you live alone, you're not going to get any family members at all. It's you only. There is no other person beside
Yes,
you. So first you
yes,
have to decide in the house who you are going to live with. Is it by yourself? Is it by your husband? Or is it your parents, your in-laws, or any other people? Okay, so that is the impact of this
family.
question.
Yes, sir.
Then you have to say where you like to get the house. I like to get or build a house in a countryside or a village, or you can say in a town,
Yeah.
or you can say in a busy area. And then you have to tell us the reason why. Why do you like to build up the house in a village? Then you have to tell village is peaceful, no pollution, no noise. But if you prefer to build house in a city or busy area, you can say, oh, it is near to my university or near to my office. And there are many shopping
Sir.
places, supermarkets, hospitals, restaurants. So many facilities are there. You have to explain, okay, whatever you choose. And then the second question is, what do you like to do there? You need to understand the question. Remember, Anjali and the people who are listening to me, understanding question is very important in IELTS exam. If you understand it well, then you can answer it properly. So always try to understand about the question, whether the written question or a spoken question. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So what do you
Okay,
like to
sir.
do that means how you spend the time with your family members in that house. You can say because say you live with your parents, because I live with my parents, I will take care of them, I cook for them, and I keep the house neat and tidy, I decorate the color, I buy the furniture, we've got television, we've got garden, we've got cooking place, we've got swimming place. Make it up. In IELTS exam,
Yeah.
Task 2 is nothing but creating a story of your own. It doesn't matter whether it is true or false, but they are going to assess your English speaking ability.
Yeah, sir.
Hello, Bilal, welcome. Okay, and
Okay,
remember,
sir.
sorry, remember you said the name of the city, you must also tell us the name of the country.
Okay.
Okay, I'm explaining one more time in
Okay.
details what you have to talk. And who would you like to live with? You have explained. What do you like to do? You have explained. And also you have explained why you would like to live in that space. These are the most important features of this topic. Related information means sometimes you can say sometimes we gossip together, we go out for eating, or we go out for sightseeing. We like to watch nature. Okay, so
Sir.
these are the some sample instructions for you how you can answer this topic. Anjali, once again, understanding a question in IELTS exam is very important. As soon as you understand it, it will be easier for you to reply and answer it. Would you like to
Okay,
try one
sir.
more time? We have got still 7 minutes more.
So where it is and where it would be? I
So
think.
where it is, stroke means if you have already a house, you describe that house. If you don't have a house, but if you like to build a house in your country or any other country, but make sure you mention
Yes,
it
sir.
where it would be. Okay, it should
Yes,
be
sir.
another country in a village, town, sea beach, busy area, etc.
Sir, I. Sir, I would. Sir, so I. Sir, like this. Where it is means it is in Nepal. I. What I say like this the country name also I
Yes,
should pronounce.
yeah, you have to say my house is in a village or a town in Nepal.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so if you answer it where it is, then you
Okay,
don't
sir.
have to go for where it would be. That is in the future, you see,
Yeah.
and you're not talking
Yeah.
about future
Yes, sir.
anymore, you're talking about present.
Yes, sir.
Okay, any other question from this topic?
No, sir. No.
Would you like to try one more time?
I want, but my speaking is so worst. I
That's
want to talk, but
uh,
I feel I'm getting nervous.
Angel, it is very important for you. If you don't try it, then you don't know how you're going to do in the exam.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
If you say, teacher, I don't
Yeah.
want to practice, then what's the point of subscribing to this lesson when you're not practicing? Practice will help you
Yes, sir.
develop your progress.
Yeah. Oh,
Now, if you say same
yeah.
things again and again, then unfortunately, it will not help you developing your confidence level. We have got 4 minutes
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Okay.
However, it's after you. I'll not insist, but I'll suggest you if you want to get good score in IELTS exam, you must study hard.
Yeah.
You have to study more. You have to practice more. And most of the cases,
Yes, sir.
students do not get good marks in speaking part, this part. Okay, so let's go on. Speaking task one. I've got 4 minutes. What's your name? This is the first question. What's your name?
My name is my name is Anjali Rai.
Okay. This is good answer though, but you have to say my first name is Anjali and last name is Roy. Okay. Sometimes
Okay.
last name is also called surname or family name. Do you have any other
Okay.
nickname?
Yes, I have nickname.
And you can also
My
explain.
nickname is.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
You can call me Anju also. Is
Okay.
that okay?
Yes. Hello. Thank you very much. Who has subscribed? I can't see the person. Yes, that's okay. And how do I address you?
Okay. Okay. I live in Nepal, in the city area. Name is Dharan. Dharan 18.
Okay. This is a confusing question. Remember. Hello. Yeah. Thank you very much for the subscription. If you have time, join me for a few moments because this class is going to be finished in 2 minutes. Yeah. How do I address you means what should I call you? Remember, address and
Okay.
address, same word, two different tone, two different meanings.
Okay.
So that's why you need to listen to it
Fine.
carefully. When you understand the question, it will be easier for you to respond to it. What is
Yes,
your
sir.
address? Then you tell the address where you live. But how do I address you? That means what should I call you?
Okay. Oh, you can call me Anju.
Okay,
Is
so
that okay?
you have to answer
How
like
do I
this.
address you? Okay.
You may address me, not call me. In that case, you have to use the same word.
Okay, you may address me. Okay, sir.
Hmm. And what do you do?
You too. Okay. Uh, I complete my graduation in. I want to do diploma in abroad country, Australia. Is that okay?
No. What do you do means what is your
Okay.
profession at the moment?
Okay. I think I'm a student. Or what? What would I say?
Yeah, I'm a student at the moment. That's fine. Answer is finished. Now you have answered the next question. You have got only 1 minute more. What is your future plan?
Okay,
Why
okay.
are you taking the IELTS exam?
For going abroad study, for living, for getting knowledge from abroad study.
How much money you have to spend for that?
Yes, sir.
How much money you have to spend for your studies?
Okay. How much money I have to spend study? I think I don't know about.
So you should know it. This is a common question. That means how much the tuition fees. Anyway, we have got only 25 seconds more. Thank you very much, Anjali and Ye. Thanks for the subscription. The people who have subscribed for the next week, I'll be on holiday next week, so I have to cancel the next week's classes. So you will get two extra
Okay.
lessons instead. Thank you very much. Please make sure you practice it. Without practicing, you can't hope to do
Okay.
anything. Anyway, yeah, our
Yes,
class is
sir.
going to finish now. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.